Once again, good morning and my greetings. Now, to help us with a January theme, let me read a different gospel instead. The gospel that was read the other week, yung second week in ordinary time, and that is from John chapter 1, verse 35 to 42. Now, this is the very first step that Jesus took after his hidden life, before he started his mission, his work on earth, his ministry. This is the transition, no? How he started from John the Baptist, then transitioning to the work of Jesus himself. So this is how he started. The next day, John, that was John the Baptist, was there again with two of his disciples. And he watched Jesus pass by, and he said, "Behold, the Lamb of God." The two disciples heard what John said and followed Jesus. Jesus turned and saw them following him and said to them, "What are you looking for?" They said to him, "Rabbi," which translated means teacher, "where are you staying?" And he said to them, "Come and see." So they went and saw where he was staying. And they stayed with him that day. It was about 4 p.m. Andrew, the brother of Simon Peter, was one of the two who heard John and followed Jesus. He first found his own brother Simon and told him, "We have found the Messiah," which is translated the anointed. Then he brought him to Jesus. Jesus looked at him and said, "You are Simon, the son of John, and you will be called Cephas," which is translated Peter. Tama-tama tingin ko yung gospel na ito. This is the first time that Jesus called the very first disciples. They were not apostles yet. It must have been, the gospel mentioned, Andrew. Si Andres ang unang tinawag, at may isa pa, dalawa yun na sumusunod. No? Must be Philip. In another part of the gospel, Philip was mentioned. And then also the calling of Saint Peter, kapangalan nyo, no? Saint Peter. So the calling of Saint Peter is mentioned in today's gospel. No? But let's title this from the question that Jesus asked the very first disciples. What are you looking for? I think very important yung question. No? So Jesus was not recruiting. They were following him. And Jesus hit it immediately in the head. Without any fanfare, without any marketing strategy, just immediately asked the question to the disciples and probably to all of us, what are you looking for? No. I realized how important the question is nung just over the Christmas, no, pagbalik from the Christmas vacation, then one of our workers reported to me as vice rector, and sabi niya nga kanina, treasurer. Ang treasurer sa amin sa seminary, siya din yung procurement. No? Silang in charge ng procurement. So, sinabi, "Father, may mga just simple bulbs lang naman na papalitan. Can we make the order already for the bulbs?" As I usually do, I compare prices. So, ako mismo, I don't assign it to anybody. Ako mismo titingin, gusto ko malaman, ano na ba ang presyo, ano na ba ang bago. Now, that model of an old tubular lamp, yung mga fluorescent, wala na yun ngayon. Di ba mga LED na? So, kahahanap ko, dun sa supplier sa hardware, sabi niya, wala na ho kaming ganyang model. Although yung receptacle, yung luma pa rin. So I insisted on finding, even if it's an old. And as many of us are probably bent on doing now, we go online. Sa online na tayo nagsha-shopping. Holding the model O, pupuntahan mo na yung mga popular online shopping site, no? So, tingin ako ng tingin ng ganyan. Hinahanap ko yung modelo. It took me some time. But you know, while looking for a single fluorescent, I saw different items. I saw one that, sabi ko, maganda to sa kitchen namin. Mabilis mag-slice, mapapabilis. Yung trabaho, the operations will be faster. Kukuhanin natin to, lagay natin sa cart kaagad. No? Maya-maya, nakita ko uli, may mga other items. Kahit rag, para sa, yung ilalagay sa ganun, para, hindi na siya papalitan kapag nadudumi. Huhugasan na lang, maganda rin to, add sa cart uli. By the end of about an hour, I already spent about 2,000, and guess what? I still don't have the fluorescent. Can relate? Kaka-relate tayo sa ganun, ano? Okay, sabi ko, delikado itong, mapapaano tayo. But it only stressed the point. Be clear of what you are looking for, or we will be distracted. And we will not going to get what our goals and our objectives. And so, very important that already at the beginning of the year, January, ang dami nating New Year's resolution. Be honest, kahit ako, hindi na ako gumagawa ng resolution Dahil hindi naman natin natutupad din lahat. Maybe some. And so I think it's more important to set goals. Those among you who studied, mga executives natin, mga leaders, like MBA, they will tell you how important setting goal is. That's why yung mission and vision of the company is always repeated. You do any kind of planning, go first for the goal. If we are not clear about our goal, what we are looking for, we will get lost. And that's why, how important it is for you. I really admire you for that. I get engaged with other companies as well. I'm with RCBC, GSIS, PNB, no? But I haven't seen something like yours na on a Monday morning, you will begin the week, you'll begin the day with a prayer service. So, for that, ako na lang sigurong papalakpak, but maybe samahan ninyo ako, palakpakan nyo na rin yung sarili nyo for having that practice. If somebody asks you, what's your secret for success? Because probably it's only Saint Peter among those who are in death service, ano bang tawag sa industry na yon, no? You're the only one that's probably flourishing, at least in your level. Many of the smaller ones, even the promises, are really hitting the bottom. And if they ask you, what's your success? If I may suggest, I know you have other reasons, but if I may suggest, tell them because of your Monday morning ritual. That's part of your, because you set the very first step right. Tama na agad yung isang step. Si Obiena, yung ating pole vaulter, no? I heard one of his, and you notice all these athletes, they always try to find their first step. Hawak siya ng ganyan. Hahanapin niya yung first step. Dahil kapag yung first step mali, the whole process mali. Look at yung mga diverse athletics. You see how they're so concentrated, so focused, they're not doing anything yet. They're just looking for their first step. No, they're probably visualizing their goals. They're trying to imagine the height or the speed or the form that they're going to take. First step, very important. And so nakita mo itong mga magja-jumper ng ganyan, no? Jumajump na, about to launch. And then they will stop. Why? Because they haven't found the good first step. And so how important that is. And so on this month of January, the very first month of 2024, no? The very first day of the week, how important it is to have this goal setting for you as a company, for us also as a person. No, so yung finding na yan. And when it comes to goal, I'm sure you've attended so many seminars about goal setting. You know already about SMART, no? Yung SMARTS. I'm not going to elaborate on that one. Alam nyo na yun, di po ba? Alam na natin, ano? So, I'll leave it at that. But let me propose now 3 areas where we can apply this goal setting. Just 3. What motivates us for our everyday activities? You have another question, son, say, what makes you rise up or wake up on a Monday morning like this? Maybe some of us, kahit ako nga kanina, pagising ko rin kanina, meron pa tayong tinatawag na Monday morning blues dahil galing tayo ng Saturday, Sunday, we enjoyed it with the family, medyo rested pa tayo, hindi pa nakakabuelo, ika nga, Monday morning blues, no? Baka andun pa nga tayo no? Kaya kanina yung joyful singing natin, maganda na, no? Sana tumakbo na yung dugo natin. But even with that one, what makes us think ika nga, no? Or bakit tayo nabubuhayan? And let me just propose, other authors, other speakers might propose other goals, but from a gospel point of view, just 3. Number 1, sabi nila, people, employees, generally motivated by compensation. Come on, let us be honest with ourselves, no? Na yung kikitain natin, salaries and benefits, mahalaga yun. What is it for us at the end of the day? Dahil kapag wala yun, people will not be motivated to really exert themselves, apply their talents, efforts, and time kapag walang compensation. So all of us are looking for that. And there's nothing wrong with it. Di ba? All of us need that to sustain our families, ourselves. So, kapag naghahanap ka ng trabaho, siyempre tatanungin mo rin at the end of the day, o aalamin mo at least kung nahihiya ka magtanong, no? What is it for me? So, the compensation, the first C, compensation, very important. But how you go about it, how the company goes about it, I leave that to you. But I just say that that is also an important motivator na alam natin, magkano ba ang kailangan ko every month or at the end of the year para habang lumalaki yung mga anak mo, nasusustain mo sila. So, may financial goal ka rin. Mag-i-invest ka ba? Tanungin mo yung mga investors. No? Pag pumunta ka sa bangko, sabi mo, gusto ko mag-invest. Ang unang tatanungin sa'yo, hindi kung magkano, hindi saan. Ang tatanungin niya, ano po ba ang goal ninyo? For retirement ba ito? Magkano kailangan ninyo for retirement? Para sa education ng mga bata, magkano po ang kailangan ninyo para sa education ng mga bata? So, financial goal is also very important. Kaya nga, may first C tayo, compensation. Everything that we do, even the Bible would say, every worker has to receive his or her pay. So, andun na tayo sa first motivator. So, dun pa lang may goal setting na kaagad tayo. But the second, I go immediately to the second, it's career. Personal development. May career tayo na may, you have your own dream and ambition about ourselves. Kaya, kailangan din natin nagpro-prosper sa career. I think the other week, medyo nagutom na ako around 10 o'clock. Lumabas ako ng seminary para bumili sa convenience store. No? At yung isang pinupuntahan ko dyan malapit sa may Irod, kilala na ako nung security guard doon. O sabi, Father, Happy New Year po. Sabi ko, Happy New Year din. Oo, so kumusta ka naman? Sabi niya, ito po, Father, 1 week na lang. Rirelyebo na sila, iikot na yung Kaya hindi niyo po ako makikita dito, Father. Lilipat na ho ako. Saan ka lilipat? Somewhere in Cavite. Sabi ko, malayo, saan ka ba nakatira? Baka naman masyado malayo. Sabi, hindi ho, Father, mas malapit yun. O, sabi ko, sige ha, kung hindi man tayo magkita, sana yumaman ka. I mean, it's just a wish for me na sana yumaman ka. Bakit? Dalawa na yung anak niya eh. The missus is on the way for the second child. Kaya sabi ko, sana yumaman ka. Ano sabi niya sa akin? Father, sa trabaho kong ito, wala naman ho atang yumayaman. Security guard yan. Sa trabaho kong ito, wala naman ho atang yumayaman. So, it's day in, day out, and they remain on the same level of life. How would that motivate a person? Di ba wala? So, everybody is looking for hindi lamang kung ano ang para sa bulsa, because sooner or later, what you have in your pocket, as soon as you spend it, by the end of the day, baka nagastos mo na nga eh. Yung iba nga, yung ibang empleyado namin sa seminaryo, sabi ko, wag na nga kayo, advance ng advance, kasi pagdating ng salary na, ang laki na ng kaltas. And I'm sure hindi na magkakasya itong tatanggapin mo kasi ang nakaltas na nakaltas. No? But that is the bulsa. But the career, hindi mawawala yun because it's one step. You're climbing the ladder of your personal success. Climbing the ladder, one step at a time. And that's why we never stop learning. We gain new skills. Ako nga, wala akong kaalam-alam sa farming and agriculture, wala talaga sa linya namin yan. No? And for me personally, even if I try mag-alaga, kahit fortune plant man lang, isang linggo pa lang, natutuyo na. Kaya I don't try, hindi na ako nag-gardening. Pero, I have to learn something about hydroponics. Bakit? We needed that in the seminary. We have the space, and we have the people as well. Why would we not start? So, I have to learn a little bit and learn a new skill about growing lettuce and, ano ba yun? Yung maliliit na tomato, yung mga gano'n, cherry tomato, something like that. And so, your personal development is also important. So, ano ba yung goal natin dyan? We set it already. For this year lang, you have your measurable, achievable goals for yourself. Anong skills ang matututunan ko ngayon? Should I get a new investment maybe? Learn a little bit about that? The other day, I was talking with somebody, ano bang pinagkakaabalahan mo ngayon? Nasa IT siya, ang industry niya, IT, Information and Technology. Pero sabi ko, anong pinagkakaabalahan mo ngayon? Lagi mo na lang pinagdadrive si Mrs. mo. Sabi niya, Father, ang bala ko talaga, I'm learning about Forex. He wanted to invest about Forex. So, what is it for all of us, for each and every one of us? In terms of our career, paano pa tayo nag-i-improve on that one? Moving on, the third C. I only suggest 3. And the third C is cause. C-A-U-S-E. The cause. Yung meron din tayong ipinaglalaban sa buhay. Meron tayong pinaglalaban. And that's, again, also something that I will have to admire your group. Dahil every time I hear Ma'am Del, it's always about the cause. No? Well, Ma'am Del is one that is beyond the first C and the second C. Emeritus na nga si Ma'am. Pero the cause, you will always hear her talking about the cause, about God, about serving people, no? About, serving or contributing to society and things like that. Those are the cause. Ano ba yung mga ipinaglalaban natin sa buhay? Yung personal prinsipyo natin and values. That is also important. Because yan, hindi din mawawala yan. At the end of the day, or even at our very last breath, those will be the legacy that we will leave behind. Di ba? We will retire everything we bequeath to others, to the family. But at the end of the day, what gives us full satisfaction and happiness is because we have lived for a cause. Kaya nga may mga librong purpose-driven life. Purpose-driven life. So, what is the cause? From a gospel point of view, we call it mission. 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 The church, from a Catholic Christian tradition, especially the Christian tradition, you will hear our bishops and priests always repeating that in the Mass. It's all about the mission. We are all called for mission. That's where the answer of Jesus came also very clearly. He said, come and see. That we go, walk with Jesus, live with Jesus, and then he said, see. What God has in store for us, we could not even imagine. What God in store for all of us, if we have that sense of mission, of living and walking with Jesus. If we align ourselves with the vision and the dream and the mission of God, the compensation, personal satisfaction is already guaranteed. So, yun lang, my dear brothers and sisters, Again, going back to the original question that we have at the beginning. Ano nga yung question kanina ni Jesus? Everybody? What are you looking for? So what's your answer? What's our answer? You know, especially in your business, every soul that you send to their final resting place would probably know the answer by now. They would know the answer by now. No. They know that the ultimate answer to the question, what are you looking for? The disciples found it. Your clients, whom you sent to their final resting place, know it by now. The ultimate answer is Jesus. What are we looking for in life? When you go to the hospital, like we usually do, the other weekend, meron siyang bone marrow cancer, 4th stage, kaya nga nagpatawag na ng pare. Sabi niya, Father, gusto ko na rin magpahinga, ayaw lang ng asawa ko, pero ready na rin siya. No? And at that point, when everything else is done with, tapos na ang career, napag-aral na ang mga bata, and you're about to close your eyes for the last time, all what she's looking for, Jesus. She saw my little crucifix, nung nadala sa crucifix, sabi niya, Father, can I at least hold the crucifix? No? And I gave it to her, sabi ko, iyon na. Hawakan mo na yan. No? So, there, brothers and sisters, what are we looking for? I hope somewhere in our answer, we find the name Jesus. Thank you for your attention. Maraming salamat po.
God is good all the time. Thank you for joining us today. View our past broadcasts on our Facebook page, St. Peter Community, and subscribe our YouTube channel. Like, share, and hit the bell.